Hello, designers. We're going to start with our key tag today. First thing we're going to do is open up Solidworks. We'll go to File and New. We're going to do a new part. Hit OK. We're going to start with a sketch on the top plane because it's going to be sitting flat on its back on the plate in the 3D printer. And the first thing I'm going to do is put in a center line. And it's going to be for construction only, so it won't be seen in the drawing. And I'm going to start at the top of the page and come down. Now, my tag is going to be 2 by 2. So I'm going to get the smart dimension and go from the line to the origin and make that 1 inch. Next, I am going to do mine circular. So what I'm going to do is take my circle and draw a 1 inch radius. Okay, you don't have to hit this right on the button because you're going to have to dimension it anyway. So you can go to the smart dimension, touch the corner, and this is going to work for lines or everything else, just like this. Touch the corner, click on it, and you'll get your dimension lines and your extension lines coming out. Okay, this one's a little bigger, so I'm going to left click, it'll turn black, and then you'll get the modification window. And I'm just going to go 2 inch diameter. So I'm going to hit the 2 and hit enter. So now my diameter is set at 2 and it's 1 inch to the center line. And now I want to go to the center point and I'm going to go over to the origin again. And I'm going to pull it over to the edge here and do the same thing. Left click and it'll turn black. You'll get the modification window and I'm going to go 1 inch up so that my tag is now centered in the drawing. And you'll notice that everything is black now and my drawing is fully defined. Okay, you want to make sure that your drawings are fully defined so that it'll know, the program will know where everything's going to be, and that's going to be more important as we move along. So next thing I want to do is, once it's fully defined, we're going to exit sketch, and now we're going to extrude our piece. So we'll come down to features, up to extrude, and it's going to turn to an isometrics drawing, and I'm going to extrude this up 1/4 inch. Okay, it's defaulting to 1/10 of an inch, so I'm going to move it up to 1/4, 0.25, and you'll see the little arrow, and the yellow is a preview. So I'm going to hit the check mark, and there's our piece. I'm going to go and touch the face and click on the face because that's where I'm going to be sketching on next. I'm going to go back to sketch, and then I'm going to come over here to my view orientation. Now I want to go back to the top view. Okay. Most of the time you'll use the top view, you use the front view, and you use the right side. And the other ones are nice if you're going to be sketching all over the piece. Okay. Also, over here, you'll get isometric, diametric, and trimetric. Okay. Um, Isometric, all your horizontal axes are going to be drawn at 45 degrees. Diametric, the front face is going to stay at 90 degrees. And as you move back, it'll be drawn at 60 degrees. And trimetric, the front's drawn at 60 degrees. The horizontal axes are drawn at 60 degrees, and the right side's drawn at 45 degrees. So that's the difference between the three. So we're on the top, back on the top view. First thing I'm going to do is go back, grab a center line, make sure it's still marked as construction, and you'll notice the little orange diamond at the top. That's the center point of the top of the circle. And we're going to draw a line straight through the bottom and click. Next, I'm going back to my circle and I'm going to draw a circle and I'm going to open it up to a radius of 1/8 of an inch or 1.25. I don't have the, it's only going down to 100th of an inch rather than 1,000th. So when I go to my smart dimension and click on the circle, now I can go to 1/4 of an inch, which is 0.25, enter. Okay. 0.25, enter. Okay, so we're at 1/4 of an inch now. I want to stay in the smart dimension. I'm going to go from the center of the circle to the edge. I'm going to come out and I'm going to make that 0.25. And you'll notice again, everything at this point is fully dimensioned. So we're ready to go there. We're going to exit sketch again and go to the features. And now we're going to cut the hole through for our key ring. I'm going to go to extrude cut. Okay. And the inside's highlighted here. I want to make this a through cut. And if we turn this, you'll see that the cut's going through the piece. Okay. And you can see the hole going right through our piece now. And I think that's where I'm going to end this one for the time being. Let's put the fillets on it. So I'm going to go back to the top view. And then I'm going back to sketch. Yeah, maybe I'll stay in features. And I'm going to go to fillet. Okay. Fillet is going to give us a rounded edge. Chamfer would be a 45-degree edge. So I'm going to go with the rounded edge. And I'm going to take this edge and that edge. And I'm going half of this 1/10 of an inch. So I'm going to go 0.05. I just want to take the corners off of that. And we'll hit OK. And you'll see that the hole's nice and round, the edge is rounded, the hole's rounded. Then we're going to go back up and go to the back, or the bottom side, I'm sorry, and do the same thing. Select the face, get the fillet tool, select the edge, select the hole. We're already at 0.05, hit the check, and now both sides are filleted. And you can see the nice round edges as we turn it around. I'm going to end that here, and we'll be moving on to our logos. So we'll talk to you later. If you have any questions, either ask me in class or email me.